Hello, this is Matthew Robert Payne, and this is the Conversations with God, journal number 10. And we're going to have a special surprise. It's not really a surprise. I'm not a good keeper of surprises, but question number 3, John Lennon is going to come in and say some things. It's not in the official book, but it have some things to say. So number 1 to God. I went through a rough patch the last few days. Is it just part of the call I have, Matthew? Most of your life has been desperately lonely, and your loneliness drives you to certain things and addictions and habits and destructive behavior, and we really hurt for you. We really see what you go through. We really see the way that you suffer. You not only suffer as a prophet, but you suffer being neglected and not being understood, and people not really seeing you, people not really understanding you. So many people come to you to take from you, to have what you possess, but not very many take the time to get to know you, take the time to be your friend, take the time to pull alongside of you. And that's part of the call of a prophet. Many prophets suffer. Many prophets have lonely lives and misunderstood and rejected and neglected sort of lives. But we're calling you for a great purpose. We've got some great things ahead of you, and there's some great mountains to push down. There's some great things for you to do, and there's so much opposition to you. The enemy is very aware of your future, and he wants to sabotage you in any way that he can, and he sets traps for you, and sadly, you walk right into them, and so many times he achieves what he wants to achieve in your life, which is just to delay you and have you give up and have you doubt yourself and have you sin, have you caught up with shame and condemnation. But truly, you are one of my friends. You really are a personal friend of mine. You're very close to me, and I'm really enjoying speaking to you. I'm really enjoying these conversations. I really enjoy you finishing all your work today and relaxing to update your friends, Orty and Mary and different friends, and John. Update them with what I have to say and my commentary on what I have to say to them. Question 2, I want you to say question 2 is, what do you think of me meeting Amber, the prostitute, face-to-face in coffee shop? I was really impressed with that, Matthew, that you slept with her once and you really loved her. She was in one of your favourite girls that you'd seen in your life. It was really impressive that you spent some time with her and shared with her face-to-face. She was able to earn an income from you spending time with her, and Jesus came down and spoke to her. You opened her eyes, and I stepped into a vision, and Mary Magdalene had a conversation with her, and Michael Jackson appeared to her, and she was so blown away by Michael Jackson, and less threatened by Mary, and it was a tremendous thing. And as money opens up in the future, we want you to be able to do that again and minister to her again. And we really loved that girl, Amber. We've got tremendous love for her, and we want you to be like a conduit of our love for her. And she hasn't forgotten what you said. She hasn't forgotten the encounter. It was important to her, and I really want to make this special thanks to you, and I want to share publicly that that there isn't really many men that we could use to book a prostitute and spend time face to face and step her into visions of Jesus, and Jesus speak to her through your mouth face to face, and for her to see the tone change and the eyes change. And we're really touched by the way that you ministered to her and you blessed her, and we're really blessed by that. We're really blessed by you, Matthew. I don't know if you fully understand, but there really isn't nothing that you have to do for us, Matthew. It's who you are. It's who you are. And you represent love and beauty and compassion and kindness and goodness and faithfulness and childlike faith and a teachable spirit. And you're just a beautiful demonstration of who we want you to be, who we want people to be. And we're just so touched that you spent time with Amber, that you listened to us, and you reached out to her. Question 3, I've got a bit of nervousness. Continuing with John Lennon, what do you say? Matthew, as you've come into a realization of just how huge John Lennon was and what an impact he has, it's that realization of who he was and how important he was to the world and what a big name he has that's influenced you and made you nervous. But John is happy. John is happy to be interviewed by you, and he's relaxed, and he's not nervous, and he's got plenty of things to say, and he encourages you to take some time and continue to listen to the 32 hours. You're like 4 hours into the first part of his book, and he continues to encourage you to listen to his book, and don't get nervous, don't get overcome with who he is, and just continue on that way and be a blessing. We've actually had you interview 30 saints to get used to this, get you out of yourself, get you out of nervousness and into the ability just to hear John's voice. And so it's a big thing for you, and it's not something you have to get the finances for in 1 month, and you can work towards it. And we love you, and we're behind you. And it's quite a natural thing. It really is natural for you to feel nervousness when it comes to interviewing John. But just know that we're behind you, and we're backing you all the way. And we want to encourage you. Press on, do the research, listen all about his life. Take some time, take some relaxation time, and listen to his story, get to know him, get a real feel for the person that he was. He's been transformed in heaven. He's been in heaven for quite a while now, and he's really loved, and he's really been transformed, and he's important to us, and he's got an important message. So we trust that you would steward his message really well. Question 4. What do you think of my nervousness, John Lennon? So, hi, Matthew. This is me, John, again. I'm excited to come and talk to you. I was talking to you today as you went up the shops and did some errands, and I was encouraging you about how you're able to going to come back and do your angel messages and your prophecies and your blueprint and do all the work for your ministry today. I was encouraging you that you'd have a good time and you'd do a good time, and you can see that I can prophesy correctly. I can tell the future, and I really love you. I'm really blessed to be here. There's few individuals that could carry my voice. There's few individuals that would have the faith to endure. There's not a lot of people that God could actually use, and I've got such an important message. It's so important that I bring this message. It's so endearing to my heart. It's so vital. It's such a necessary message, and you're going to steward the message really well. You're going to do a really good job of it, and we'll see as it unfolds, and as you go through the process of editing 20,000 words at a time, and sending them off to the editor and saving up and paying for them each month or once in a while. And I'm really behind you. I'm with you every day. I'm enjoying you. It's quite okay, like God said. It's quite okay to be really nervous of bringing a message from me, because I was very important to the world. I was a big figure in the world, and so you can rest assured that heaven will give you the courage, Holy Spirit, power and influence will give you the empowerment to carry the message and bring forth the message. And it's quite all right for you to be nervous. It's just that, like God said, it's just a natural thing. Question 5. It is a very big project, something to aim for, John. Yes, it's like 18 books worth of information, Matthew. It's a tremendous project, something to give you something to live for the next year, to go through the process of editing each 20,000 word part of it, and taking the time to do the interviews and really edit it beautiful, and take out the repetitive things, take out some of the appeals for money, take out certain repeated stuff that's been mentioned, and it's going to be a labour of love, and me, your editor, you are going to have a good time getting it done and getting it prepared. It is a huge project, but you were put on earth to do it, and I was put in heaven to bring this message, and I'm certainly capable of bringing a message that will have influence on a lot of people that read it. It's just so important to heaven. It's so important. You haven't really been coughing much the last couple of days, but we get this message going on today, and your cough comes back as a sign of just how powerful it is. So for the people who following Matthew's conversations with God, to loyal people who love to hear the updates in his life. As he studies my life, I may come in to these updates and speak my voice and share what I have to say from time to time. And just pray for Matthew. If you're watching this and you can see Matthew's worry and you can see his concern, just pray for him. He needs a lot of prayer and he needs a lot of support. And definitely reach out to him and tell him what you think of my interview. Question 6. Are you happy with me, God? Matthew, it's really surprising that you even write that question. We've told you hundreds and hundreds of times that we love you and we're proud of you. And I'll reiterate, I'll repeat it, continue to repeat it to you. And you've got this legalistic sort of mindset. You've got this limitation in your self-esteem. But you really need to know that we love you for who you are. We love the person that you are. It's not about doing John's book. It's not about your 55 books. It's not about being a prophet and ministering to people. It's not about what you're going to do. It's about who you are. And Amber met that person, and Deborah in Melbourne is getting to know that person, and people who interact with you know that person and they love that person. And we're really proud of you, Matthew, and we've given you an enormous task with this John Lennon book, an enormous amount of money, and Satan even used you to wipe out a lot of your money yesterday, and he tempted you and abused your finances. And John was saying that you're going to be beaten up for that, and you just be proud of yourself, mate. Just know that we love you, and we're in your corner, and we're here for you, and we're really happy with what you're doing. We're really happy with the project you're undertaking, and we're happy for you to relax and listen to John's story and change into some casual clothes and get some research done, and really enjoy yourself, and love on yourself, and be kind to yourself, and really bless your life. Treat yourself. Be free spending. With your money. Be easy to yourself. Be loving to yourself. And look after yourself. It was a great message. God bless.